Rachel Betta here. Time for another reaction. Final Fantasy XIV jobs to play if you hate yourself. I just know White Mage is gonna be on there. Okay, let's go.
Are you dead inside? Do you feel numb to the world around you? Do you find yourself walking out the door with your shoes untied, hoping that God will take matters into his own hands and make you trip down the staircase? Well, do I have 3 Final Fantasy XIV jobs for you? No, we won't be making peace with our inner demons today. We're inviting them to a
never
party.
that.
For healers, White Mage is a great job to start a drinking problem.
I knew it. I said it. I called it. I knew it. And I was correct.
It's there from the beginning, there's no pop-up that warns you not to do this to yourself, and it lulls you into a false sense of security with easy gameplay.
Oh,
By the time you realize that the devs hate this job so much that they forgot to delete the free cure trait, it's too late. The trap has sprung. You are now stuck in the thankless healer role, blamed for every wipe. Every time people stand just outside the asylum, you will curse your fate.
Get in there!
More.
Just
the
get in the bubble!
What brings you joy is presence of mind and holy spam, though you must weep as you remember the unnecessary thin air nerve. Every time.
Yes, presence of mind, holy spam. But it only works like 2 or 3 times before they become immune to the stun. So, like, individual fights go on too long, then it just goes back to Glare Mage. Glare Mage. Glare Mage. Always Glare Mage.
Because you are a pure healer. No, not that kind of pure. I've seen your limbs at chat logs.
You don't know.
I mean pure,
you don't know.
As in pure, raw dogging heal. Then I will rate the overall despair of this job at 5 out of 5 stars.
5
contempt for other
that
jobs
tracks.
and their inability to stand in healing range, a 4 out of 5. Rage is just a 2 out of 5 though. Because for as much as you like to make blood for the blood lily memes, we all know you're just coping with the fact that you will never, ever get Arrow 3 back. Sorry for
Arrow
your loss.
3!
Her tanks.
Arrow 3! Give us Arrow 3! Well, as a White Mage main, that was wholly accurate, including the ratings of 5 out of 5 despair. But my rage rating is probably a little higher. Maybe. I don't know. Depends on the day. Anyways, what do we got next?
Gunbreaker should be your poison of choice, especially if you have bad pain. The weaving requirements are merciless, and you can enjoy clipping your GCD constantly unless you live right inside Yoshi P's basement, and most of us can't afford to pay his rent. Trust me. Been there, done that. As punishment for me missing a payment, he added hypervelocity in Endwalker. Even more weaving.
As punishment for me missing his rent payment. That's so funny. Also, I only recently started my adventure with Gunbreaker, so this is gonna be interesting.
I will provoke off of you mid-pull just to assert my dominance. Please
That's...
don't actually do that. We also have Super Bowl
thank
Live,
God. I was about to say that's so messed up, but then she added in the please don't actually do that. Oh God. Please. Please no.
I will rate Gunbreaker a 2 out of 5 on despair, because we're just low IQ enough to think life still has meaning. I give it a 1 out of 5 on contempt because our memory is too poor to actually hold a grudge, and a whopping 5 out of 5 on rage, for whenever you remember no mercy is not 25 seconds long. Finally, we have our DPS.
So, 2 stars for despair, 1 star contempt, and 5-star rage. I love that she just says we're basically not smart enough to feel the despair. That Gunbreaker's mains aren't smart enough to feel the despair and contempt. But oh boy, the rage.
But there's one job in particular that's become the butt of every joke. Everyone's designated whipping boy. The red-headed stepchild of Black Mage. That's right, Samurai. The other selfish DPS. But what does that matter when you've ripped away his only true friend, Kaiten? You replaced his big sexy numbers with boring guaranteed crits, which makes his wilted garden hose soft as fresh linen. You took Shin 10 and turned it into use this a shit ton. No more flippy whippy sword animation. No more cone AoEs because the 14-player base can't handle shapes other than circle. How is a Sam?
Flippy whippy sword animation. That's so good. What is Kaiten? chitin? Hold on. Oh, so it was an ability that increased the next weapon skill by 50%? Yeah, that's pretty good. I can definitely understand being upset about that leaving.
Believe it or not, it's only a 1 out of 5 for rage. Because most samurai mains are too dead inside to feel emotions like hate. A 2 out of 5 for despair. Because at least he still has his waifus to keep him warm. But it's a 5 out of 5 on contempt for other players, who continue to tell him chitin was never a big deal in the first place. And wasn't even a real skill. Gaslighting, John. Really?
Oh no.
Is that what your therapist told you? With these 3 jobs, I'm positive that you can find the strength to finally uninstall the game. Me personally, I'm on my 8th year of playing, but I'm sure I'll burn out any day now. It's only a matter of time. We're stuck here forever, aren't we?
So, first Lucy Pyre video I've ever watched. I've heard a lot about her, but I haven't actually watched any of her videos before. I greatly appreciate her energy and knowledge. Of course, she's been playing the game for 8 years. At the point of that making of that video, she's definitely knows her stuff. So yeah, it sounds like, obviously I'm a white mage main, so I can full identify with that. So I guess my next decision is to decide if I want to lean into how much I hate myself and play the Gunbreaker and the Samurai. Stay tuned.
But it's a 5 out of 5 on contempt for other players, who continue to tell him chitin was never a big deal in the first place, and wasn't even a real skill. Gaslighting, John, really?
Also, I just want to say about that, I think just in general, we should all just be kinder to each other and let people play the game they want to play the way they want to play the game. But that's just me. Anyway, if there's other stuff you think that I should react to, just let me know in the comments, and I hope you enjoyed this video, and I will see you next time.